Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Vegans Are Mentally Ill, Vami. I just did a search of this, and this is one of the lists I found. There's more than one list of this. Obviously, it's a little bit old from 2019, so hopefully, as few people on this list are, hopefully, fewer people on this list are still vegorexic or vegan or vegetarian, because it's a problem. But okay, celebrities like anyone else living a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle have So when I say vegetarian or vegan, I actually use vegan to refer to vegetarians as well, because I just I am convinced that both are eating disorders, both are a form of anorexia, and I don't give a fuck if you're only eating cheese and eggs and butter or whatever. Like, you're still having an eating disorder, is my point. So that's why I refer to vegetarians as vegans, because they also have vigorexia. They're also purposely depriving themselves of nutrients. So I just want to be clear about that. Anyway, I have different reasons for choosing the meat-free, the meat-free way of life. Okay, that's a weird wording. It's incorrect wording. I don't know who wrote this. Whether it's due to health concerns, issues surrounding animal cruelty, or simply a personal choice, going plant-based has seemingly never been more popular, and Hollywood is at the forefront of the movement. Read on for 54 celebrities who've gone meat-free, including a few who are no longer. Well, thanks be to God, they're not anymore. I don't know why you would go vegan while you're breastfeeding. That's probably the dumbest thing on the planet you could do. While you're breastfeeding, you want to be as nourished as humanly possible. You actually, honestly, would benefit from being slightly overweight while breastfeeding. I'm not exaggerating there, because your body should be pulling from its fat reserves in order to nourish your baby. So I really want to slap women who, like, are vigorexic during pregnancy or are vigorexic during breastfeeding. It's just so irresponsible, and it makes me really mad. So hopefully she's no longer vigorexic. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about all these people, because first of all, I don't know who all of them are. But second of all, I don't have the energy to go through this many people. I do want to talk about a few of them, though. Apparently this woman, she's on Riverdale. I've seen her before, and you know what? On Riverdale even, I've seen her and I've been like, wow, she looks too thin right now. Whenever I hear that someone was raised vegorexic, that makes me really sad. That makes me really, really, really sad. And it just, in general, it makes me really sad and grossed out when I hear that someone has been vegan, or they're raising a child to be vegan, or they've been plant-based for a really long time. Because I don't know if you've ever tried to eat at a restaurant with a vegorexic, but that shit is one of the most annoying things on the planet. I legitimately cannot handle it. I know that's bad. I know that makes me unaccepting of other people's lifestyles, but it bothers me a lot. I was in Wyoming, and I was visiting some people that I knew, who I no longer know, thanks be to God. But I was in Wyoming, okay? Wyoming, where the biggest city in the entire state has fewer than 30,000 people. But we were at a restaurant there. It was just a normal restaurant that anyone would go to. And this woman that was in my party, she was from where I'm from, actually, originally, but she moved to Wyoming. And she was trying so hard to find something on the menu that was vegan. And I wanted to be like, and it was really annoying because our server was brand new, so she didn't fully know the menu. Totally understandable. So she had to get some other server to come and help her, because this woman was being difficult by being a vegorexic, and help her kind of go through the menu and be like, oh, well, we could make this, we could make that. And honestly, when that, like, first of all, I had to get up and leave for that exchange, because I don't know why people make things difficult. And if you're vegorexic, you're making things difficult. Period. But I got up and left for a little bit during that exchange. But when I came back, I really wanted to be like, look, maybe it's time you start eating like an adult. I don't think you should continue trying to be vegan in the state of Wyoming, you dumb bitch. But anyway, okay. Ellen DeGeneres, yeah, everyone knows that. I don't know if Ellen DeGeneres has had complex trauma. You know what? I would say that she has, because didn't she come out in the 90s and it was like this horrible thing for her? Like she was just like totally cast. Like she was successful. She was doing a lot of things, and then she came out and then it was like a problem. And like that will mess with anyone, that will upset anyone. And luckily she was able to like bounce back. But I really do have this theory, and it has yet to be proven completely wrong, because I can only prove it right, honestly, that if you have complex trauma in your life, you're more likely to become vegorexic. But anyway, there's someone I want to get to. She's no longer vegan, thanks be to God. I had a piece of salmon and my brain felt like a computer rebooting. Yeah, that's what meat does to you. That's what eating properly does to you. Good for you, Anne Hathaway. I don't know why okay. I don't know if she's vegan still. Went vegetarian later in adulthood. Has been an advocate for PETA. I fucking hate PETA. Honestly, PETA makes me really mad. PETA makes me want to just... I don't like it. I think first of all, it's an extremely sexist organization, and they base a lot of their, quote unquote arguments and their demonstrations on sexism against women, sexist portrayals of women. And they're like, I remember one, you guys, this is disturbing. Okay. So if you don't want to hear disturbing shit, you probably want to turn this video off right now. I remember one where one little vegan showcase thing, little vegan public theater thing they did, where they had women in like food packaging looking as if they were meat, and they were like, this is just like processed meat. No, it fucking isn't. Don't you dare compare me or women to meat, first of all. But that's what PETA does anyway. Okay, Erykah Badu. Well, that's a surprise. You guys see how like vegans... Oh, we're going to talk about Natalie in a second. Like, she's Erykah Badu is an extreme person, obviously. She's a very, very extravagant, very, very flamboyant, out there artist. That's kind of her thing. I get that. Many, many artists are. But a lot of them need to... I think that a lot of them feel this need to, saturate their entire life with their extravagance, saturate their entire life with their eccentricity. They can't be normal in any way, so they have to be vegan. It's fucking stupid. Okay, this woman makes me really mad. I have a hard time talking about this because of how mad this woman makes me. This woman is Jewish, first and foremost, and she came to the United States from Israel as a toddler. And she has the audacity to compare factory farming meat to the Holocaust. My blood's boiling right now. Like, seriously, my heart is beating really fast because, like, I can't understand it when someone who is of Jewish descent, who very likely had their ancestors' family members murdered in the Holocaust, turns around and says, when we consume meat, it's like the Holocaust. Miss me with that shit. Anyway, I don't know who this is, and I don't care to read that. Also sad. Why the fuck would you be vegan as an athlete? Eat a goddamn steak. I'm not surprised that she's vegan. Maybe that's why she gestationally prostituted a woman for a baby. But anyway, okay. Shania Twain. Disappointing. I really loved Shania Twain when I was a child. She was in her heyday when I was a child. I thought she was really cool. So it's Always disappointing to see that someone you really looked up to as a child is vegan. Another example of that is Travis Barker, and I made a short about him a while ago because he's like he's vegan, first of all. He's been vegan for a little while, and he's had to cancel a lot of shows because he keeps breaking his fingers because he's malnourished, and the lack of animal protein in his diet makes his bones more brittle and therefore more likely to break. I mean, he's been a drummer for a long time, and I don't think it's unheard of that that drummers get injured, right? Because their drumming is very intense. But it makes me really mad that he's still vegorexic. Okay, I didn't know she was vegorexic. Oh, look. This is prior to her quote-unquote transitioning. I actually saw her on another list. It was a more recent picture of her, and she looks really bad, honestly. Obviously, she looks bad because of the elective double mastectomy she got from doctors taking advantage of her mental illness. And celebrity status, but like in this picture, you really don't look so hot when you're vegorexic, and she was not looking good in the other picture. I don't fucking care. Her tattoos are stupid. Fight me. I didn't know Miley Cyrus was vegorexic, and that's really sad and pathetic. Honestly, I think it's so pathetic when people are vegorexic. I really do. They think it makes them look strong. They think it makes them look like exceptional people for choosing to forgo animal products, which is just not possible as a human. I mean, it is possible because these assholes have like private chefs and shit, but like, it's not possible in the long term. I guarantee you just about 100% of the people on this list are going to have to go back to animal products eventually. So they think it makes them look all strong and cool and hip. Let's remember that this is like such a fad. Vigorexia is such a fad. Veganism is such a fad diet, right? And celebrities want to do the thing that's hashtag cool, so they'll jump on the bandwagon. What was I going to say? I was going to say something about that. Oh, yeah. I don't need to say that. Never mind. Okay. I was just thinking of this show called Summer Heights High, where this actor, his name's Chris Lilly, it's Australian. He dresses in drag and is this character named Jamae. And at one point in the show, this show, I don't know when it aired, somewhere from 2004 to 2008 maybe was when it was airing. I saw it after the fact, but like in that show, Jamae was like going to the guidance counselor about this at the time fad psychological issue. Ariana Grande is so trashy. I don't know what happened with her and the guy she was home wrecking, something like that, but she is really thin and it's pretty scary looking. Yeah, I'm not surprised she's vegorexic. I don't know who that is. Okay. Again, this is another artist who is really, really out there. I think I watched a Sloan video where he was talking about Sia's relationship with Maddie Ziegler, and honestly, it sounded really gross and unhealthy and like creepy and predatory. Like Sia just became obsessed with Maddie Ziegler, and Maddie Ziegler was in one of Sia's videos, maybe more than one of her videos. I'm cooking steak right now, by the way. I wish you could see it. But they became like weirdly close, and Sia like insisted on becoming like Maddie's godmother or some shit. I don't know. It was creepy and weird, and maybe that's because she's depriving her brain of proper nutrients. Yeah, unfortunately. Wait, can you hear that? No, you can't. Okay. Unfortunately, Kat Von D is vegorexic. Also someone I looked up to as a child, choosing an eating disorder. She was also vegorexic when pregnant, which is just, like I said, that makes me mad. Not gonna talk about her. Oh, one hit wonder is Vigorexic. Awesome. Okay, I wanted to talk about her. Well, first of all, let's read her thing. The stand-up comedian, actress, producer, and writer revealed she went vegetarian as a young girl after witnessing a farmer kill a turkey in front of her. Silverman has also been an advocate for the importance of providing children with a balanced nutritional diet and even worked to pass the Healthy School Meals Act of 2010. Well, they're not healthy if they don't have meat in them. I read an article about Sarah Silverman that said she didn't menstruate until she was 19. That is a direct result of malnutrition. Okay? Back in like the prairie days, you guys, women often didn't know they were pregnant. They didn't consider themselves pregnant until the quote unquote quickening, which meant like until they felt the baby kick. Because they would often go without their period due to lack of nutrition, lack of proper nutrition. Okay? And if I'm just shocked that someone is fucking stupid enough to, and she had all these health problems too. Okay, not health problems. She had all these like mental problems. She went and saw a therapist a lot, and that was probably because she was fucking vegan. Hello. And like, I don't know how you can be in the world like that and someone finds out you don't menstruate until age 19 and they're like, wow, what are you eating? A good doctor would ask her that, but maybe she didn't have any. Okay, I'm not going to talk about her. Is rumored to be vegan. Pamela Anderson. Okay, yeah, now this is coming back to me. I remember her having been Vigorexic. Maybe it's her breast implants that are fucking with her brain. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to talk about her. First of all, what is she wearing? That is not a good outfit. Claiming it was one of the best decisions she ever made. See, do you guys not see that, like, that's what a lot of them say? That's what a lot of these people say, is like, oh, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Like, oh, it was the best decision of my life. It's proselytizing. It's proselytizing. It's proselytizing this mental illness that is not eating meat. Yeah, I knew she was fucking Vigorexic. Okay. I forget how old she is. Gave up meat when she was 21 and is now raising her son to be a pussy for not eating meat. Oh, that's not what it said. Okay. I forget how old she is. She's not that old. She's like 40s, but she looks older than 40s. She looks a lot older than 40s in the videos of her. I think it's really sickening when people raise their children to have such restrictive diets. I think it's really sickening when people force their children to have their eating disorders. And like I said, it's like so difficult to just be in the world and be Vigorexic and go like just something fucking normal, like going to a restaurant with friends becomes like an issue because they don't have the vegan food. Put your thumb in your mouth. Okay, I didn't know she was Vigorexic. I heard she was Vigorexic, which is just pretty sad. Didn't know she was Vigorexic. Okay, she's Ellen DeGeneres' wife. Look how thin she is. That's a little bit frightening. Okay, that's also unfortunate. This is also someone who's had complex trauma. I've talked about her before. I don't want to talk about that anymore. But, so, again, another example of someone who has had complex trauma. I think someone else said something. These two just look ill. Oh wow, Madonna's Vigorexic, shocker. I was gonna say something about her. What's someone else? Oh, okay. A lot of these people are like, oh, it's just so important for animal rights. I feel like I'm doing such a big favor to the world. I'm helping the world. Cool fantasy, bro. You ain't. I am sorry. People being vegorexic is not helping the world, it's harming it. It's harming it. Because they're... Oh, wait. I was going to say this about the Ellen Page. I think they might have used the same quote. I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, aren't we coming back to her? Ellen Page, come back. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, it's not on here. But anyway, Ellen Page said some stupid shit like, why are vegans being made fun of when they're just trying to make the world a better place? Something to that degree. Moron. Vegans are making the world a worse place because agriculture is really bad for our Mother Earth. Agriculture is literally one of the worst things you can do to our Mother Earth. Because when you use soil to the point of it not being usable anymore, it's dead forever. And cows and goats and sheep doo-doo on the ground, and it fertilizes the soil. But you guys are advocating for that to not happen. Okay. She's quite young, so hopefully she'll have time to start eating meat again. Yeah, like I said, she's thin. You notice that almost all these are women. Madonna looks absolutely horrible now. But it might be hard to recognize Madonna, honestly. She doesn't look anything like this. I had a hard time recognizing her because she's had so much plastic surgery. Just so much. She doesn't... like, if you compare her in her heyday in the 80s to her today with her freaking sausage lips from plastic surgery, it's sad. Okay, is this the last one? No. I used to really like her because people used to say I looked like her when I was a kid, and I was so proud of that fact. But yeah, she's a raging vegorexic, a raging trans cult member. Not having it. Okay, she's no longer with us. She could never eat an animal that she ultimately considers a best friend. Well, good thing no one was trying to feed you your dog. I don't know who that is. Okay, this is another person with complex childhood trauma. If you guys have heard that, I actually quite like her music, honestly, in all seriousness. You guys have heard that song. You show the lights, don't stop me, turn to stone. You shine it when I'm alone. Okay, that song is about her being molested. If you look into the meaning of it. And I think she actually did say that. But, like, again, an example of someone with complex trauma not eating meat. She's vegorexic. Okay, also vegorexic. I don't know who this is, but she's really thin. She's pretty scary thin right there. Okay, she's an Australian actress. Sexiest vegetarian. Oh, I think I read recently that Kristen Bell has anxiety and depression. Honey, that's because you're not eating animal protein. You're also being a bad example to your children for not eating meat. But anyway, I don't know who this is. Oh, wait, is that her? Oh, okay. Growing up a reality show star. Claimed she was inspired by her uncle, Russell Simmons, to live a healthy vegan lifestyle as a kid. And went nude in 2011 for PETA's promotional campaign. Okay. That's probably... I'm sure that didn't help animals literally at all. Russell Simmons looks horrible now. He's really not looking so hot. Probably because he's vegan. A lot of these people who are vegan and have been for quite a while look like they've just been on a goddamn bender. Like, they legitimately look, they've been on some fucking Flynn level shit. And they're, like, trying to be like, oh yeah, I look so good because I'm vegan. It's like, no, you look horrible. I didn't know she was vegorexic. She's vegorexic, okay. She's vegorexic, okay. I don't know who this is. This made me really sad. She's been vegorexic since she was 15. She's also had a lot of health problems. And I know for a fact that her being vegorexic probably exacerbated those issues. You notice that almost all of these are women? Are there any men on this list? 54 celebrities are all women. Women tend to be vegan or vegetarian, vegorexic more often than men. And that's because the vegorexic proselytizing specifically targets women. They specifically target, they like attack your compassion. They're like, oh, don't you want to be compassionate? Oh, don't you want to be nice? Oh, don't you want to spread love and kindness in the world? And women are kind and loving and compassionate, right? A little bit more than men, but that doesn't mean you have to deprive your body of necessary nutrients in order to live. That's mentally ill, because vegans are mentally ill.